Hello, everyone, 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 hello, last round, hello, everyone, hello, everyone, hello, everyone, hello.
Hands and applause.
For the first 9 years of his life, Marcus only slept for stretches of 3 hours. So it's fair to say, both me and my husband, primarily me, were shattered, absolutely shattered for quite a considerable period of time. And also, both in really high pressure jobs, genuinely don't know at times how we kept it all together, but we did. So we were generally sort of coping people rather than, people. We were coping people. So, and this is why the relationship for us with Flute has been so impactful, because so Alex and I, my husband, are pretty much waking zombies, just getting through it. Gorgeous kids, really lucky, but, functioning. And so both of us were working full time, and it was our half-term holidays. And my eldest son, Ed, and a very good friend of ours, Luan, had taken Marcus to Flute in the Bush Theatre, and it was a week's course. And so they were going off in the afternoon, and Ed, who was 13, he didn't say much either, Ed came home and said, "Mum," I was like, sorry, he's like, "Mum, the drama that Marcus is doing, it's really, really, really making a difference." Oh, he wouldn't have said that, but he was like, "You have to come." I was like, "No, okay, I'm coming on Friday." And he was like, "No, you don't understand. He's really different there." And I was thinking, "Oh, lovely, brother. How lovely." I was thinking he's, trying to either make us feel better or, he wants there to be a connection or something. So I was like, yeah, so half dead to go, yes, he loud and clear this on. He was like, what? So every day he came home and said, "Honestly, you've got to come." I was like, "I promise you, I'm coming on Friday. I've taken the time out on Friday. I'm coming. Bit knackered, but I'm coming. Very knackered, but I'm coming." So I was like, honestly, this sounds awful, more for Ed than anything else. I was like, okay, Friday. I've got to go to this session. And honestly, it's been with Marcus, one of the most defining moments with either his development or our ability to see him in the world at large at all. So we just go down, get off the bus, kind of like, okay, right, a lot of people, right, game face on, what are we doing? What's this? What's this setup? And there is Marcus with Charlie, he's been with him since the beginning for 5 years. There's Marcus with Charlie. This is the child that doesn't speak, doesn't interact with anyone else, obviously doesn't make eye contact, but doesn't make any contact at all. He's sitting on Charlie's knee, and they are having a non-verbal conversation. So they're like kind of poking each other's noses, and Marcus is genuinely with Charlie like a friend. And I stood at the door for a good minute going, what's happening?
Marcus says, "Ready?"
Set, ready, steady, go. Northern Scream!
I know it sounds mad, but when you've never seen your child at all talk to anyone or be part of anything, and that's fine. That's his world, and that's fine. As long as he's happy, he can be involved or not be involved. That's up to him. Whatever he's comfortable with, that's fine. He doesn't have to join anyone else's world. Other people can join him or not. I don't feel the need for Marcus to have to be like everyone else. But he was delighted, absolutely delighted to be part of a shared experience. And that was the first time as well. Queensmill is fantastic, obviously, but it's a school environment. It's an environment where you're there to learn, and it's very purposeful. and they do those things, and the relationship he's had with those teachers has been fantastic. But it's not voluntary in the nicest possible way to school. You have to go. So to see Marcus in a setting where it was his choice, he was properly having a shared communicative experience, and he was having a bloody ball. Well, that's going to make you happy in any environment, just to see him doing that, and it was definitive.
One step. Good job. One step. Amazing, Marcus. One step. Good stepping. You take one step. A lot of these kids that we work with don't go to regular theatres. Their parents are afraid to take them to a place, or they're afraid that they'll cause a scene, or something will go wrong, or they'll get upset, and there's so many kind of fears about those things. And what's amazing is being able to be in a space that we know is entirely safe and entirely aimed at making sure that they have an amazing theatre experience. And seeing those kids, like when we see Marcus, he'll always talk about drama this, drama that. Now we're doing drama, it's time for drama. And that thing of knowing that Marcus is excited to be part of a play, and knowing that in another context that might well not be possible, but here it is. And he becomes the star of the show. That's it, open your arms out wide. Yeah, that's one, buddy, good job. Yes. So, with Marcus, we've had this kind of golden opportunity to work with someone over the course of a number of years. So it's not just one session here and one session there. He's been one of our really active participants. And I remember first meeting him, this was like 4 or 5 years ago now. And he spoke very little, and you could tell that he was enjoying being in the room, but it was hard to tell what he was focusing on, and how many of the games he was engaged with, and to what extent he was participating, he was involved. The one thing about him that was always the case is this amazing, massive, great smile and just warmth and happiness to be there. And I remember one session, he kind of just picked me. He walked into the room with his massive smile and walked straight up to me and grabbed hold of my hands and plonked himself on my lap. And it was like, okay, we're playing this together. And slowly, step by step, we started to realize that he was engaging and he was playing those games. And he'd be clapping his hands in certain rhythms along with the rhythm that was going on in the background, or he'd be introducing sounds or words that were close to the words that we were using. Maybe after a game, after a game had finished, all of a sudden Marcus would pipe up with "yo yo 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 yoing," and you're like, he's here.
Sammy, together we say, "My master is a tyrant."
Thou liars!
You hear that?
Marcus?
Turn around. We say, "Thou liars, thou jesting monkey." And we punch.
We fall down.
All the way.
And Marcus says, I said
Nothing.
Marcus didn't come to Flute Theatre until he was 11, and then he came to Flute Theatre, and now he communicates with people in the street. Hello. Marcus, his speech is now not only requesting. Marcus has spontaneous speech. Flute Theatre has given definitely Marcus the ability to have a relationship with people he wouldn't have had relationships with. His granddad, his grandparents, our friends. he has a confidence and an ability to interact with people on his terms that he did not have before he came to Flute.
Wish it could be Christmas every day. What the girls bring here on Christmas.
Amazing singing, Marcus. Well done, round of applause. Glorious, Marcus. We got it. Where are we going next? First, drama then.
College show.
Hey!
Colleges in
Richmond.
Richmond.
Oh, nice, Richmond.